We have tonight's Yankees lineup. We have some other Yankees news, and I have some other interesting baseball news too. Let's go now. Gang, there's a bunch of stuff to talk about. And I'm pretty excited. About this. So, have tonight's Yankees lineup for you. But here's some Yankees news first. Austin Slater is commencing his rehab today. He's one of the outfielders they acquired at the trade deadline from Chicago White Sox, right? And he gets lefties extremely well. He was only here for a couple of days and he went on the IL with a strained hamstring. But he's commencing his rehab tonight in AAA. So that's a good thing. We have something to look forward to. Now, something to keep in mind as well. The roster expands on Monday from 26 to 28. I was looking at the 26-man roster, and for Austin Slater to come up here before the roster expands, I don't know who they would move on from. Would it be Ahmed Rosario, Paul Gosch? I don't know. The list is not plentiful. It's easier to move on from a pitcher. And when Ryan Yarbrough comes back, they'll make a move. It'll be much easier to do. And he'll be back in the near future as well. Okay, and the Yankees have a tough stretch. They have to continue to win games against the Chicago White Sox, no doubt about it. Okay, they definitely have a tough stretch ahead of them after that. 12 games against teams at over 500 record. 3 against Houston, Boston, Toronto, and the Detroit Tigers. That's going to be pretty tough. Okay, and I'll keep you fed on everything and every piece of news that comes in. So if you're a baseball fan and you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that button right now. If you enjoy the content enough to come back, hit the like button too. I thank you so much for it. Now, other news. Okay, the Red Sox have released pitcher Walker Buehler today. This one kind of caught me off guard, but they called up Peyton Toll, who was their number 1 pitching prospect. Why is it interesting? Well, he's a lefty. He's also a DH / first baseman / pitcher with a huge arm. He was drafted, I think, last year. He was already up in the majors. So the Red Sox have been aggressive with their draft picks recently, getting up to the majors. They've been more aggressive in giving them extensions when they come up here too, right away. So let's see what happens here. But he's a big power lefty that they can add to Garrett Crochet. Okay, and this is it's important because they have a guy like Austin Slater up here who hits lefties well. The Red Sox present themselves as a team we might face in the postseason. We got to get there first, right? And if the Red Sox get there, they have 2 power lefties, Crochet and Toll. It's a big lefty, okay? Then you've got Tarek Skubal from the Tigers. You've got Framber Valdez from the Astros. These are teams we might face in the postseason, okay? So we have to be ready for it, which is why we need to utilize our weapons. Jose Caballero, Ahmed Rosario, and Austin Slater when it comes back, which is another reason why I think they might bring up Austin Slater instead of bringing up Spencer Jones with the roster expanding. That way they don't have to make a corresponding move. Spencer Jones has cooled off a little bit recently, and Austin Slater is more adept right now at hitting lefties at the major league level. He's got veteran experience, and he plays the outfield as well. So this might actually be something that they do. I think the arm is probably going to be Ryan Yarbrough when it comes up, and they'll probably won't do it until the roster expands. But they might make a corresponding move because if they do that before the roster expands, then they can move on from a pitcher and add another arm to Ryan Yarbrough on September 1st, which is Monday. They're off Monday. There's no baseball game on Monday for the Yankees. Then they start that wicked stretch against those teams that records better than 500. So we're going to be facing some tough competition. There's no doubt about it. So that's the first piece of news. Well, second, actually. The first piece of news is Austin Slater, so commencing as we have today. The next piece of news is Walker Buehler being released. And the other part of the news is the MLB and MLB Players Association have extended the paid leave for Emmanuel Clase for this betting or gambling scandal, whatever this thing is associated with. So my question to you is he done now? Could he be done for good? I'm going to guess probably not, because Shohei Ohtani is barely getting a slap in the hand for his involvement in all this stuff. And more stuff's coming out recently on this. You got guys that are, indicted co-conspirators or people connected to the interpreter and Shohei Ohtani that are coming out and speaking now. So can't really take Shohei Ohtani out of this. But if he's going to get a slap in the hand, then my guess is it's going to be the same for Emmanuel Clase. He might be back next year. In the meantime, he'll just collect his paycheck and not play. right? That's a big blow to the Cleveland Guardians no matter what. Okay, so that's the other piece of news. Now back to the Yankees. This is the time right now to utilize the weapons that they've added at the trade deadline. Jose Caballero, Ahmed Rosario, right? And Austin Slater comes back, particularly against lefties, particularly against, since they're good, solid base runners too. We're lacking base running acumen. Even though the Yankees have 6 players right now with an OPS over 800, which is double the amount of the second best team, the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. They have 3. The Yankees have 6, not including Anthony Volpe, not including Austin Wells. So it just shows that the Yankees lineup is better balanced. But we need that consistency against the good teams, which we're facing in the next week or so. We have to be better against the Red Sox. We have to be better against the Blue Jays, Astros, the Tigers. Teams with better records over 500, particularly in the AL East, where we have not been strong this year. We have to show that we can capably beat these teams. We have to utilize the weapons that we have now that we didn't have before, right? Are any of them in the lineup is the question that I have for you today. Why don't we just pull up that lineup and let's see who's in right now. So leading off, you have Trent Grisham in center field. Batting second, you've got Aaron Judge at the DH spot. Cody Bellinger is batting third in left field. Ben Rice batting cleanup, first base. Giancarlo Stanton is batting fifth in right field. Jazz Chisholm batting sixth at second base. Ryan McMahon at third base and batting seventh. Anthony Volpe batting eighth at shortstop. Austin Wells batting ninth at the dish. And on the mound is Carlos Rodon. Who are we facing? Yoendris Gomez. He's a former Yankee prospect who we traded as part of the San Diego Padres trade for Juan Soto and Trent Grisham. Sent him over there, right? And then he was flipped to, I think, the White Sox, if I'm not mistaken, after that, for, was it Dylan Cease? Maybe Cease, right? I think in that trade. So a lot of moving parts, but we're going to face them today. Now, there's no Rosario in there. There's no Caballero in there. We have to figure out a way to get these guys in the lineup with regularity. And not play. We can't play favorites right now. It's just not the time to play favorites. Say we like Volpe because he got 2 hits yesterday, even though he got an error. So I don't really care about the error. Okay, yeah, he's great. He had 2 hits. He put the ball in play a little bit better. His bat's showing a little bit of life yesterday. But the bigger picture shows that Jose Caballero, every time he plays, the Yankees win. Every time he starts, the Yankees win. That's something that we need to have, that energy we need to have in there on a regular basis. We need to have Ahmed Rosario's energy in there too, and their hustle and their base running acumen. And then Austin Slater when he comes in with his defense and hitting lefties as well. Okay, people can talk about Jazz Chisholm's comments about yesterday, showing confidence that they're going to go to the playoffs, win the World Series. Call him delusional, call him whatever you want. People said the same thing about Joe Torre in '96 when the Yankees lost the first 2 games in the World Series. And Torre said, he told George Steinbrenner this. We're going to come back, we're going to sweep them in Atlanta, and then we're going to come back and win at home on Saturday in the Bronx. That's exactly what they did. They won the next 4 games against the Braves. So I'm not putting anything past anybody right now. I'm not going to call them delusional. I applaud being confident in your team and your teammates. Okay? But you got to back it up now with performance. Okay? But I'd rather have that type of confidence than something else. Right? So you let me know what your thoughts are either way. Okay? What do you think about this lineup? What do you think about the news? Walker Buehler. I think he's going to get picked up by somebody. Emmanuel Clase. It's a shame with the Guardians, but this is kind of a self-inflicted thing. He did it to himself, right? So my guess is he'll be back next year. So he'll be able to rest now. All right? He had a rougher year this year than he had last year. So he was one of the closers that struggled this year, like Devin Williams, who's been much better over the last couple of weeks than Williams, with the exception of that one bad outing. So give me your take on it. We'll be here tonight. Hopefully we'll be celebrating the Yankees win. And hopefully you're all ready to enjoy a nice long weekend for Labor Day. Let's go Yankees. Let's go, baby.